hope she's home.
Ain't got a brother, ain't got a sister, ain't got a mother, stop it. Got no more. I'm a lonely girl.
Good morning, Cleveland. You are listening to the Morning Mimosas, and we're happy to be with you here Thursday.
Good morning.
Coming off the Morning Jive with Jeff and Tom.
What a good show that was.
Great show with the governor, gentleman running for governor, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I was really impressed. I hadn't heard a lot about him, but I think I need to read more about him and figure out who this candidate is.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He did a good job. And the guys did a good job, and Jeff did a good job having just come off of a trip and probably being a little tired and all that good stuff. And I want to give a shout out to our loyal listener, Edward.
If you'll notice, Edward, we're wearing our house coat.
Our robe. In honor of you, because we know you like to get up and listen and throw on a robe and get a cup of Joe and let's go.
So we wore these for you, and also I got to talking to Jessa the other night, and she wasn't real sure about what a house coat was. And I'm like, seriously, do you live in the South?
I did not know what people did when they got cold in their house.
You wear a coat made for the house.
I have been enlightened.
Therefore, the house coat.
I like the house coat.
Yeah.
Now that I'm a proud owner of a house coat, I'll probably be warm in the house more often.
Who knew, right?
Who knew?
And you know, there's so many versions of the house coat. You have the duster, the bathrobe, the pop-over.
Goodness gracious, what's the pop-over?
The robe. What it says, pop it over your head, and you're good to go.
What about the step-in? There's a definite step-in.
No step-in.
I'm going to come up with something new.
She didn't realize some of these had zippers in the front.
That's intense.
Yes. I told her that was my mother's Christmas present every year. She looked forward to that house coat with the zipper.
Why? Does her old one give out of style, or does she just wear it out?
She wears it out. I'm telling you, she goes home, takes off her coat, and gets into her house coat.
Does she take off her clothes or just her coat?
Well, she puts her pajamas on.
Pajamas.
We don't have to go there.
Then, I wasn't being dirty. I just meant, like, do you stay dressed and wear the house coat? Or do you...
I've seen my grandmother actually wear the house coat over her clothes, so...
Well, there you have it. You could go either way. I guess it just depends on how cold you are.
That's right. Looks like we got a caller this morning. I guess
All right. Good morning, caller. You're listening to the Morning Mimosas.
Oh, I see you ladies this morning. Good morning. That's
Good
nice
morning.
Good morning,
In our
Edward.
house coats.
Oh, I've got my black house coat on. I'm sitting here watching you, and I see you, Jessica, turning around. And I've already been out and took the trash out in my house coat.
There you go.
Yeah, and he picked up my paper that I didn't get yesterday. I'm so glad to get to see y'all again, and thanks for shouting out to me, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the show.
Did you see what we're enjoying our mimosas in this morning? Our exclusive morning Jive coffee cup here.
Oh, yeah, so you're moving up.
Yeah.
We're moving up. The
sure
men
you
have graced us with a mug.
I'm sure you have a mug, Edward.
Oh, yes, I got a mug. I I got two over here on my cup, and then if I look in the mirror, I'll see one there too.
They're hooking you up with mugs.
Oh yeah, right. Well, it's so nice to talk with y'all. I've not made it out there to see that slim mirror yet, but I'm going.
Actually, we were there last night trying our robes on.
Trying our house coats on.
Oh, okay, good. Well, y'all look great. Okay, you always look great. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Have a great day.
I'm bringing sexy back.
There you go.
So, house coats are a win. I'll tell you what, speaking of the house, I got a problem. I got to move. Because this morning I got up and Jeff was already gone and I got in the shower. Or I attempted to get in the shower, but there was a big spider there.
Yeah.
So I had to go to the upstairs
Sounds
bathroom, shower, and get ready. But now that spider's just willy-nilly all over the house. Don't know where it is, so I can't go home to it. So I got to get a new house.
Oh, goodness. I seen a post on Facebook last night. One of my friends posted that, I'm not sure it was here, I'm not sure where it was, but some people came home and there were 2 snakes on their ceiling.
No,
dangling,
on their ceiling.
Yes, dangling
Whoa.
from their ceiling. So what could be worse than a spider? 2 snakes?
Well, perhaps that would be rather disturbing, but spiders are where it is for me. I can't get near them to kill them. I hate them. I hate them.
Not just the spiders. You couldn't stand the fly that was in here last week.
Yeah, but it was really loud. It was very aggressive.
You missed it Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning I was in here with Tom for morning job and we had a bird.
Lovely.
Had a bird, a pigeon. Was it
A pigeon?
I'm not real sure.
Oh my
It was eating
God.
popcorn. I'm not real
You had
sure.
a big bird.
Yeah, so I think that means somebody needs to vacuum the carpet, maybe.
Oh, my word. I'm telling you what. Well,
You just got back from your trip from
We did.
Washington, D.C.
we did. It has really led up a little debate between Jeff and I because there were a lot of co-ed bathrooms in D.C. And you know, some of them would just be like a one toilet, you know, the door you go in, you shut it, just like a private bathroom, and you could use it male or female. But some of them were, you know, you go in and there are 3 or 4 stalls, and then 3 or 4 sinks, and, you know, men and women, or whatever you identify with, everyone's in there. And it made for some strange bathrooming, in my opinion.
Yeah, I experienced that in Nashville when I visited my son a couple weeks ago. All the restaurants are
Different.
going to the one bathroom for all, which is, I had a gentleman waiting outside for the bathroom with me, and I looked at him and I said, yeah, now you know how it feels. What do you think about it? He goes, I don't understand. I'm like, yeah, waiting in line for the bathroom. You men never have to do that.
Yeah.
He goes, well, I never really thought about it, but yeah, every place I've gone to, I've had to wait in line for the restroom.
Yeah. I did the same thing. I stood in line behind a gentleman, and I was like, mm-hmm. You like this?
Yeah.
You like apples?
Yeah. Speaking of gentlemen in the bathroom, we've got Tom and Jeff with us here this morning. They said they
How
weren't.
you like that introduction?
Yeah. They said they weren't going to join in, but we're going to kind of like force them to.
Well, Jeff got potty shamed in the co-ed restroom.
Yeah, what about that? I mean, the seat was up, and I walked in and it was up, and I left it up, and then the flusher was behind the seat, and so whenever I finished, I just walked out to wash my hands, and the lady was standing in line, and she went in and looked in the bowl, and it was still unflushed, and so she just turned around and looked at me in disgust, and then went to the next one.
As she
You
should.
deserved it. You deserved it.
I mean, what?
We got to have target practice when we're in there, ladies. What's your complaint?
No excuse
I mean, we
for
want
not
to spray the
flushing.
whole room. It's like marking your territory out there.
Yeah, it looks
in the
like you
wilderness.
guys marked the territory.
Yeah, we want to mark the territory.
The wall,
Make
the
sure.
floor, the back of the
toilet.
toilet, the
You
door.
ladies are getting the short end of this.
The toilet is just a suggestion, I think, for the gentleman.
Well, some people are not good shots out there, so you know how that
I'm sitting
happens.
there
You know.
looking at my cell phone. I'm just reading the latest news, and then who cares where it's
That's
going.
another thing. Women are in line because they've got to pee.
Yeah.
We don't have time for you to read the news.
With their 3 children.
Good, great. I know, right? And they all have to go in that stall. And then you
Yeah.
got to yell at all the children not to touch anything because of the target practice action that was just going on in there.
Well,
It's
after
a
I got
lot.
potty shamed, I went back in and I flipped it down with my foot and flushed it with my foot, and from now on I'll do that. But I mean, that's a lot of work.
But did you put the lid down?
I did. I had to put it down to flush it because it was in the way of the flusher.
That's
So
why
I-
he didn't flush it in the first
that's
place.
why I didn't flush
Mercy.
it in the first place.
Mercy.
Yeah, we hate to put you out there.
Hate to put you out.
And
Gracious.
poor women having to touch that seat over and over, and some guys don't flip it up. They just use the bathroom with the seat down.
Yeah, we're aware.
Yeah, think about that.
And I mean, so I think you girls are getting the short end of the stick on this thing because, you know, guys really don't care that much. We can use a trough.
Wow, that's poor horse.
Yeah, just remember, we have to sit down.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
should it be where unisex, where everybody has to sit down, nobody can stand?
Oh my goodness!
I don't know.
Goodness
Let's
gracious.
don't
There you
legislate
go.
that.
I don't think that they can force you to sit.
Put cameras in there now. Come on.
Oh, yeah. That's what we
That's
need.
even a better
Cameras
idea.
everywhere.
That's a better idea.
I really want someone
Big Brother's
videotaping
watching
me
all
using
the time for
restroom.
everybody out there.
Oh, my word.
I'll tell you what, when you go into the restroom here at right next door here, they got little TV sets and stuff up there. So big, you know, yeah.
All these
needs-
women wanting equality.
Yeah.
This equality, this topic is going to bring
Bald-headed
everything.
beast.
Hey, I didn't ask for this.
I don't know what this has to do with equality.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with equality.
Potty parody.
The only redeeming thing about it is that men have to wait in line now.
Yeah,
and
that's-
perhaps
that's
they'll have
the
a
best
greater
part.
appreciation. Perhaps they'll read less. I mean, I did not know that was going on in a short trip to pee, but okay.
Maybe
Goodness
we can
gracious.
force them to start taking children to the bathroom with them.
That would be awesome.
Oh, well.
There's no, yeah. There's
What
no
is it
excuse
all the
now.
time?
There's no
That was
excuse
the
Now, I
bad
want to
now.
ask a question. What is it about putting these changing tables in the men's bathroom? So, I mean, where are we going with this?
Hey, I got to
we
give
need
Jeff
to make
some
sure
credit.
we got to take them out. We got to pull them all out. We got to protest.
Well, it's,
We're gonna
it's
protest.
unisex now, so
I'm
it's
about
not
to
gonna
cut
matter.
your mic.
Yeah.
Jessica has the power of the button over there.
Goodness gracious.
You can turn that mic off anytime you want to. now.
But I'm super OCD. I don't like to touch and everything like that. So I will say that my dear husband was very good about taking our daughter Maybe to change her in the gentleman's restroom because I was way too OCD to go in there and watch her touch everything, and it was a lot. And I did not do that, and he was good about that. And for that, I thank you. But I will potty shame you if you continue to leave your specimen in the toilet.
I'm just so used to the auto flush, you know. You get used to these things because sometimes when you use the restroom and you just walk away, it just flushes itself. And
This is true.
So-
True. I think
I'll give
everybody
you
should
that.
invest- But, those don't always work, so.
I tell you, Jessica, who is not here with us today because she's on a cruise.
Yeah, where is she missing in action?
I know, but she was telling me that she was out with her son when he was probably 10 or 11, and went to the rest. I guess he was younger than that because she had to take him with her.
Yeah.
So anyway, 7, 6, 7, whatever, and he's standing there at the faucet holding his hands under, can't get the water to come on, and she walks up and she turns the knob. And he got so accustomed to the automatic, he didn't understand. Good times. We do miss Jessica. Hope she's having fun. Hope she brings Kenny back with her. She's
Yeah, I know.
allegedly with Kenny.
Yeah, people go missing when
I
they're
was
on
supposed to-
cruises. They actually
may
fall
say-
offside the boat.
Kenny, don't make her mad.
'Cause she would push him off. Goodness.
Well, we've got a caller.
All right. Let's see what's going on. Good morning, caller.
Hey, you're talking about something I know a little bit about after 80 years now. I learned when I was a little boy you don't pee through the chicken fence. Hey, and that's the truth. Let me tell you, this lady and I went out to eat one time, and thank God I didn't go in the bathroom, but she went in the bathroom, and then later on I went. and I found the phone was lying up on the toilet on the it is in there anyway. And I came running out of there and chasing this man out the door, and I said, "Hey, sir, did you leave your phone in here? Did you leave your phone in here?" And that lady says, "That's my phone. I'll be quiet. That's my phone." I said, "That can't be your phone. I got it in the men's room, you know." Well, it was her phone.
Oh, goodness. Well, she wouldn't have that problem. She wouldn't have that problem now, Edward. You know, it's unisex bathrooms. How do you feel about that?
Well, I feel if those men would sit down, they could hit the spot, you know.
Where do we get the petition going, Edward? Would you sign it?
Well, yeah, I think I would. You know, I mean, you attorneys ask some good questions. You know, yeah, I guess I would sign that. But you know, with the way things are going now, I like to sign things and do things I think I can win. You know.
There's no winner in this game, Edward, I can assure you.
I know. I've been married before too.
It's the battle of the sexes.
Okay, thank you again for taking my call. I'm enjoying it. Y'all are doing great.
Thank you.
Thanks, Edward.
I'm glad. I want to know. I want to ask you ladies something, both of you.
Okay.
I want to know, do you all ever change the rules without telling your husband?
Daily.
We are the rules.
Yeah, right.
So they're aware of that, huh?
They just need to check in and see what the rules are for today.
Okay. Well, great. I'm enjoying
We're sitting
this.
right here.
Great. I like all the laughter. I need the laughter. Thank you.
Well, thank you for calling.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, my note is left on the door of the refrigerator. What my rules are for the day.
rules for the day.
Oh, man.
Well, let's take a break here. You know, we're not going to take this anymore, men.
Yeah, I like
Put
it.
the seat down.
Good morning. I just had a comment about dads taking kids to the bathroom. You have to be very careful my husband used to take my son to the bathroom, and just out of kindness, I guess. So one day I took my son, he was about 4 years old, took him to the bathroom. We went in, he took care of his business. We went to the sink, turned the water on, went to use soap, and he looked at me, kind of strange, and I said, "Hey, we have to use soap." And he said, "Dad and I don't use soap." So you have to be very, very careful because they will teach them bad habits.
They got busted.
Yeah, busted. Not only do we not put the seat down, we don't wash our hands.
We just use water. We do not use soap.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
So,
It's giving away all of our secrets.
Maybe we do need cameras in there.
No. And maybe that's not such a bad idea.
So I got to where I would smell hands when
Oh, that's to a whole nother level there.
Was that so embarrassing for your husband to have to let you sniff his hands?
no, well, I didn't sniff it. I didn't sniff it. Now I do that. I'm a teacher, so now I do that when the boys go. We're in line for lunch. I sniff hands.
Yeah, you're like,
they know they have to use soap.
yeah, you're there. You're like, I know what you guys doing there.
As long as none of them come out wet anywhere else, I guess everything's good.
Well, listen.
That's why you do not tie shoes, little boys.
All the secrets of being a teacher revealed.
Well, since you're on the line here, caller, what do you think about the house coat? Can we bring it back? I think it's going to be a loss to fashion.
I'm a fan of house coats. My youngest son wore a house coat every night of his life until he was about 13.
That's because he thought he was Hugh Hefner.
And his biggest thrill for Christmas Eve was his new pajamas and house coat that he would get every year.
Well,
Well, you know, we were looking yesterday. We went to 2 places looking for men house coats, and they're extinct.
I don't know where Edward's getting his house coats, but we could not find them.
They need to be brought back.
That's why we're bringing sexy back, bringing the house coat back.
Absolutely. I kind of like the house coat.
Hugh calls them smoking
Pajamas
jackets.
and house coats.
Some smoking jacket, house coat.
See, Edward said we could go outside in the house coat, so it's like, is it just a house coat?
That you can go outside of your doorway.
Yeah. Just in your perimeter.
Oh, you can't leave the yard in the house coat.
Right, right.
I got you.
It's not Walmart attire.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the only thing, apparently. Well, thank you for calling.
Well, thank you. You're having a good show.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow, she brought up whole other issues.
Yeah. I love that. Don't tie little boy shoes.
Yeah. Never thought of that one before.
Neither. I love it. I love it.
We'll have to go around with a germometer.
Yeah, one of those black lights.
Yeah. Not good. All right, man. Wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Put down the seat and then wash your hands.
I will freely admit that I sometimes shame women who don't wash their hands in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like that.
Especially when they're going out to serve your food.
Yeah. Don't they know that there's a sign that tells them they're supposed to?
Yeah. State law, right?
Apparently we need that because some of them aren't doing it. Yeah, I gave someone the stink eye one time, and then I went in the stall that she was in, and there was a sink in there. I felt kind of badly.
Oh, well.
Yeah. The hidden sink. See, I didn't know.
I've actually came back to the table and I'm like, she didn't wash her hands.
Yeah, I've done that.
Don't know that I can eat the food now.
Oh, it's crazy.
Do they
crazy,
really
crazy.
need a sign in the bathroom to tell everybody to wash their hands?
Apparently.
I mean, what's up with that? That's legislated. When I was in the state legislature, Steve Cohen sponsored that bill to require that all restaurants post a sign telling that their employees must wash hands before they return to work.
Well, he forgot to say with soap.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. I thought it was a state law.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's no different than at McDonald's, the coffee is served hot.
Well, I wouldn't have known that, but fork's on the cup.
Right.
Well, that's okay. This brings up another question. And if urine is sterile then what's the big deal? If you're clean, if you're clean all over, why do you have to use or wash your hands after you use the bathroom?
Wow, really? Do you?
He's yours.
Yeah. Lucky me. And it was good to have you here in studio. We look forward to hearing you tomorrow morning. Don't let the door hit you.
The devil's advocate. I'm playing devil's advocate. Come on, no, I mean.
Why should you wash your hands? Obvious reasons. What have you just touched? And apparently, you can't hit the toilet, so it's all over your hands, right?
So if my arm is a part of my body, if I touch my arm, do I have to wash my hands every time I touch my arm?
Yeah. I push my kids' sleeves up to the elbow and, like, wash all the way up.
Okay. If I've just had a shower and I'm clean all over, what does it matter?
Why do you not want to wash your hands?
All right,
Can we wash
Tom.
the hands already?
I'm not
Tom, are
saying
you a
I don't
hand
wanna wash my
washer?
hands. I'm just trying to talk to you about this.
Of course, I'm a hand washer all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
All
We
the
just threw you
time.
under the
Yep.
bus.
Now, ladies, I'm not saying I'm not a hand washer. I'm just asking questions here. I'm an attorney, and I'm asking questions. I'm saying, okay, if urine is sterile, then why the big thing about washing hands? What is it about that makes us, oh my gosh, we got to wash our hands?
I don't want to put food in my mouth after having touched someone else's sterile urine.
Okay, that's pretty well sums it up.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Yeah. Boom.
Jeez. Kind of liking this house coat.
Yeah,
Makes me
there's
feel
a-
all
I
relaxed.
was getting ready to say, you've got your feet
Yeah.
up. I hope there's clothes on under the house
I hope
coat.
there's no sterile urine on the desk. 'Cause now I've touched it with my feet. Now we got to go to foot washing.
Oh,
Oh my goodness. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Speaking of crazy, what do you think about Miss Maxine Waters and her rant? We got to get, you find them in the restaurants, you find them in the department stores and the gasoline stations, and you push back on them. And I feel like she's just so out of touch with her people. Nobody shops at department stores.
hello, Maxine.
It's ridiculous.
We shop online.
You're not going to find anyone in a department store to push back on.
Yeah. Maybe
And-
in the restaurant. Maybe at the gas station.
The gasoline station.
But you know, then she comes back and she says she didn't say that. That's not what she meant.
Hey, I've got an update. Just so you know, Mr. Miller, urine is not sterile. Even before it comes out of you, it gets contaminated by your skin. Bacteria are present at low levels in the urine of healthy people not suffering from any infections.
Wow. Good to know.
The Mythbuster.
I always knew it was nasty anyway, so there you
I was just hoping to get
Never would
at.
have found that out if the question hadn't been asked.
Well, I'm thankful to everyone joining us on the Morning Mimosas
For
where we talk
bathroom
about
court.
urine.
Yeah, bathroom court.
Ad nauseum.
bathroom court.
I want to hear more about Maxine. Talk about Maxine.
She might shop at a department store. I have seen what she wears. It's very department store-esque.
I'm sure she has a house coat.
I'm sure she has a house coat. Now, okay, house coat in an apartment building. Can you go down the hall, the common hall, or are you just confined to your apartment?
I'd say you're confined to your space.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. So you can't wander down to the mailbox
No, I wouldn't think so.
but it's totally appropriate in a house for your neighbors to see you in a house coat getting your paper.
Well, Everett said that he goes out and gets his paper.
That's what I'm just trying to
Yeah.
figure out house coat etiquette here.
Well, I guess maybe you could walk to the mailbox. I don't think that I would walk to the mailbox.
Do you
In
bend
my
from the
basket.
knees or from the waist?
Well, it depends on what's under your house coat,
Yeah.
Jeff.
Yeah, interesting question. Now, is there a winter house coat and a summer house coat?
Of course there is.
Oh, the heavier, I presume, would be the winter.
Right.
The summer would be shorter, lighter.
Summer's what you're wearing right now.
My summer house
Your
coat.
summer house
This is what I'm summering in.
And Jess acts like she's never seen a house coat before, but when we went to Vegas, they have those hanging up in our closets for us to use in
yes,
Vegas
those
hotels.
That's
Terry,
more of a bathrobe.
Okay, yeah.
Bathrobe.
which is reserved specifically for post-shower,
Right.
versus the house coat, which is reserved
It's kind
for
of like a big towel.
chili in the house. So, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to keep up with, but stay tuned, and we will continue to inform you guys about what's going on.
All right, when we come back, let's talk about Maxine.
All right. What are we going to hear?
It's Cars. You might think I'm crazy.
Some child, you might think I'm foolish, maybe it's untrue. You might think I'm crazy, all I want is you. You might think it's hysterical, but I know when you're weak. You think you're in the movies. Everything's so deep, but I think that you're wild when you flash that fragile smile. You might think it's foolish what you put me through. You might think I'm crazy. All I want is you, and it was hard. So hard to take. There's no escape without a scream. But you kept it going till the sun fell down. You kept it going. Sometimes when you're curious, I'll be back around. And I think that you're wild and something for uniquely styled. You might think it's foolish, this chance to rendezvous. You might think I'm crazy, all I want is you. All I want is you.
All right. You might think she's crazy.
We don't think, Maxine. We know.
She's pretty crazy.
Yeah, she is pretty crazy.
I just want to apologize. This is what happens when you let the men stay in the studio with you. You go from perfectly good housecoat conversation to speaking of urine.
Yeah, so we kicked them out.
Yes. Hopefully we can keep this nice and clean and sterile and bacteria-free from here
Right.
forward.
Their comment was we're going to leave it with urine.
Yeah. We're so lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
They couldn't stand the bashing, I don't think, about washing your hands.
Yeah, heaven forbid they have to wash and lather. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I wonder how Maxine feels about that.
I'm sure she has an opinion. I'm sure she wants to take away all their soap.
Oh, my word.
Something crazy. It's getting really hostile, I'm telling you. It's kind of disturbing.
Well,
Sarah Huckabee, married name, sorry, was asked to leave the Red Hen. Sanders, thank you. Asked to leave the Red Hen, and then her family was followed by the proprietor to the next restaurant and further harassed. And
that's crazy. I mean, we can have different beliefs but still sit down together and eat. Or,
oh, my word, I know.
Or what about the Attorney General in Florida, Pam Bondi?
Yep.
Goes to a non-bullying event and gets bullied.
Unbelievable.
And have you wondered why the Democrats are only picking on women?
You know, that's a good point.
Yeah,
good point.
They're for women, supposedly.
Well, that guy, his wife, they were out protesting him, the ICE guy, and his wife, got in the reporter's face and was like, stop, give me a break. just leave my husband alone. She really got at it.
Yeah.
Good for her.
But, I'm just afraid it's going to cause some kind of extreme violence down the road if we don't get it under control. And I think she ought to be reprimanded for saying the things she said. I mean, Roseanne was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They don't seem to...
Well, they have, someone's introduced to move to censure her. So we'll see how
Man, full-time job, I guess, with overtime.
I know, right? That's all we're going to do is just continue to try to rein her in. Well, I heard a legislator say yesterday that after the shooting at the baseball game where the congressman got shot, he said, we had a discussion on the House floor, and we all collectively decided that we needed to ramp down personal attacks, and we needed to keep everything policy-based, and, disagree with your policy, you disagree with mine, but ramp down the personal attacks because things like that were happening. And he said, and quite frankly, that has not happened at all. I mean, she has taken it to a whole new level. So, is she trying to get someone shot? I mean, give me a break.
Yeah, it just makes you wonder about her and Pelosi being the face of the Democratic Party. I think it's time for a change.
I think it's a gift for the Republicans.
Yeah, keep on. Go Maxine.
I know. If they could just get Hillary in studio with them and they could all go out on a little trifecta tour.
Nancy, Maxine, and Hillary.
I think that would be awesome.
The old lady tour.
The old lady tour. Yeah.
The angry old lady tour.
They could tell everyone to attack us. Then they could make up all the excuses about why we weren't attacked. That could be Hillary's job.
Yeah.
And then poor Nancy could just babble on about, say some incoherent things.
Oh my goodness. But it's both sides. I'm not going to pick on one and not the other. I think it's more extreme on the left than the right. But
yeah,
everybody needs to. I mean, somebody's going to get hurt, and nobody wants that.
They need to ramp it down, as the gentleman said.
And especially when you bring in somebody's children, that's really crossing the line.
Oh my goodness, I know.
Yeah, was it Peter Fonda also?
Yes.
Peter Fonda's on a roll. He said something about maybe having Sarah Sanders' children kidnapped.
Yes, he's crazy.
Why is this man not being arrested?
I don't know. But now she has to have Secret Service detail, which is really unbelievable. She does not make policy, guys. Newsflash. She just regurgitates what is going on.
Right. She's just a messenger.
She
Don't
doesn't
shoot
have
the
a
messenger.
vote. She doesn't have a say. She just comes out and tells what's going on so that we will be informed. I mean, goodness.
But what a strong woman she is. I mean, they've come out against her looks, her family, her cooking.
My word.
Yeah. But she stands there and takes it with grace and dignity.
Absolutely.
And, I don't think there could be a finer person.
No, but man, talk about a tough gig.
Yeah, maybe Nancy and Maxine should take a few pointers from her.
Somebody.
I mean, she's not said anything harsh or negative about anybody, even after they've attacked her family. And I'm sorry, you attacked my kids.
It's on.
Yeah, it's on.
I'll get Jessica on you.
That's right.
Yeah. And believe me, you do not want to mess with Jessica.
No.
And she can't hear us right now. That's why we can.
Yeah,
say
that's why
things
we're
like
talking
that.
about her.
That's why we're besties, and we hope to stay that way.
She's on our side.
Oh man, I hope she's having a good time on her cruise. This is her first cruise. We're not with her, but we're not bitter.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know. With her cruise friends.
Wonder if she's eating good food, or maybe she's getting kicked out somewhere. She's very strong in her opinions.
Yeah, she does not. She's not shy about it.
No.
So.
But did you? I've read that the Red Hen is shut down for.
Yeah.
Supposedly through July the 5th.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's not a holiday break.
Oh, I'm sure it's not. But, the lady came out that did it, unashamed of her actions, saying that people have to deal with the consequences of what they do. And I guess she's eating her words.
There you go. Yeah. So I've also heard that maybe they'll open, maybe they won't.
Wow.
Or reopen, I'm sorry. But
people are taking their picture in front of it now.
Oh, I know. And she's also resigned from her Main Street local board that she's on there. because they're wanting to promote their town, and I don't know that she's promoted it in a way that they.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't sound like
Yeah.
all are welcome.
It's still a business. Still got to make money. Why do you want to divide your customers?
I don't understand it.
That's your
Crazy.
income.
She didn't come in there to espouse about politics. She came in there to enjoy your menu.
Yeah, to eat.
She came in there to patronize.
Dirty awnings and all.
To leave your servers a tip and to, buy from you. It's crazy.
Which could have brought more business to your
yeah.
restaurant.
If
but
it was
now-
amazing, she could have gone out and said, in spite of those nasty awnings,
Well, I did see
good
where,
food.
right. Dirty awnings, but clean restrooms maybe.
Clean restrooms.
And we do
Were
wash
they
our hands.
unisex? She didn't get an opportunity to use the restroom.
No.
So there you have it.
Yeah. But I seen where a restaurant in New York had a sign that put out Sarah Sanders is welcome here.
Hey, that's awesome. That's awesome.
So everybody should be welcome, and
Everybody.
we
Absolutely.
don't need to go to that civil unrest where
It's ridiculous.
we're divided. We all live here together, work here together. It's
Yep.
we should all be for the same
Yes.
purpose.
How would it be if we all fought the same? It wouldn't work. But the beauty of the democracy is that we all have different opinions. We get to elect officials. Sometimes, one party has more in and they get more things done, and other times another party's in and they get more things done, and I don't always agree with it, but I always live with it and I always continue to move forward, and I always have respect for the office, for the cabinet, and why everyone else can't share that same respect. I dare say that Maxine Waters' head would explode if she had the party in power and we were encouraging Republicans to push back and tell everybody that's in the Democratic Party that quote, they're not welcome. My goodness.
Yeah, and that's what we forget about what a great country we are in. I was in Washington, D.C. a couple of weeks ago and was amazed at the foreigners that were there that were praising, what a great country this is, and they want to come and see and learn about our history. And we had a driver that was from Israel, and he was saying, people talk about heaven. To us, this is heaven because you're free to protest, you're free to not like something, you're free to, to go vote and show your discourse. But I think we as Americans sometimes forget how lucky we are.
Absolutely. It's really embarrassing, quite frankly.
It is embarrassing
So
when the foreigners have more patriotism for our country than we have sometimes.
it's crazy. It's like I have a 7-year-old daughter, and I tell her every day of her life to treat everyone like you want to be treated. And I feel Maxine Waters, what is she? I don't know how old she is, 98, 99, but she's not doing that.
No. It goes back to the kindergarten rules, guys.
I know, my goodness.
Make it simple.
Treat people like you want to be treated, and don't tie little boys' shoes.
There you go. Well, let's take another break. We're going to play this one for our friend who's in Cozumel right now, laying on the beach.
Must be nice.
Must be. go, folks. Tequila sunrise with no words, so that kind of defeated my purpose. Maybe we should have sang along.
We could have gotten them in too. I hear they like to do that.
It's not karaoke
I
hour.
hope she's looking at a tequila sunrise. I told her to be careful in Mexico though, but so if she gets put in a Mexican prison, she wants us to come get her unless it's Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, not happening. Believe you're on your own down there.
Speaking of tacos,
Yeah, Taco Bell's bringing back the nacho fries. I know everybody's been waiting for that. I know my daughter has, and
whose fries are those? Nachos?
nachos, nacho fries.
I don't even know what that is. Is it a fry?
Is an actually? I think
Is it a nacho?
I think it is a potato with nacho seasoning, maybe like a Dorito seasoning.
Wow. Is it shaped like a French fry?
It is a fry. See, it is a French fry.
French fries at Taco Bell.
Yeah, interesting thing that this was made for a movie for Demolition Man, who was a sci-fi movie, a futuristic movie.
We had to have Taco Bell make French fries for Demolition
Well,
Man. Woo!
they featured a Mexican-style restaurant in the movie, and they served these fries, and apparently they're a big money maker for Taco Bell.
Wow. Are
Never
they
had
good?
them. My daughter and my her boyfriend
Love the
Love
nacho
them.
fries.
talk about them all the time. Couldn't believe they even took them off the menu. So
The tragedy.
maybe they're going to make a comeback with the house coat.
The house coat and the nacho fries.
Yeah, bringing the house coat and nacho fries. Maybe you can sit in your house coat and eat nacho fries.
But then, well, how would you get the nacho fries? You'd have to go get them outside of the house coat because you can't leave the yard.
Well, you could ride in your car in the house coat.
Well, this is bringing up a whole new level of what you
You're
can do
still
in the
in your
house coat.
space.
But it's not a house. It's just a coat at that point.
Well, it's a multi-purpose coat. Maybe they need to change the name.
Change the name to what? All-purpose coat.
Multi-purpose house. Multi-purpose coat.
Multi-purpose coat. So if you were in the winter, out and about, in your house coat, would you have a coat proper on over it?
You're taking this way too seriously.
Just trying to figure out how this is going to go down. I've got my house coat now, and I've got to figure out how far I can go with it.
Well, as long as you're not driving the $2.5 million car that was wrecked the other day. I mean, what kind of bad luck is that? You're test driving a car for your company that costs $2.5 million, and you total it.
I'd say I hope he's in the union.
Yeah. Or he has just lost his job. I can't even pronounce the name of the car.
Was that the one that it was like a self-driving car, and he was test driving it, and he was like watching YouTube or something? Hulu. He was watching
Well, apparently he gave it too much gas and lost control, is what the story's saying. So, no, it doesn't drive itself. Maybe he was in his house coat driving, and
He was. That's it. And you don't anticipate having to get out when you're in your house coat. Then you wreck the $2.5 million car. Then
what
it's
do you
just a
do?
coat.
yeah.
Then it's just a coat.
Yeah, that's why your mom always told you to put on clean underwear
Mm-hmm.
in case
Yeah.
you had to go to the hospital.
Exactly. That's so morbid.
Mm. As long as you wash your hands, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Well,
Really learned a lot today
I
about a
know.
lot of different things.
Well, have you heard about Kim Kardashian? You know, she claimed she wasn't going to take selfies anymore, and 2 minutes later, she's posting a selfie.
I must say, if I looked like Kim Kardashian, I'd probably take selfies. Now, she takes it to the extreme, because she has to take like 29 to find the one that's like the one that she's going
Only
to share.
29? I thought it was more like 100. I think 100's the norm.
100. Good grief. Do you have time to do anything else if you take 100?
Well, she's not taking selfies like she used to. I
Oh,
don't
wow.
really like them, she says. It's just about sitting there and taking selfies, and I don't mind the pictures, but I just on my phone like I used to be. But then she posted another selfie, so
Oh, my word. Well, I don't know. Maybe if I had $40 billion and looked like a supermodel and, got blood injections and tanning bed trips all the time, I would take a lot of selfies. I mean, maybe she gets paid for the selfies.
I mean it's a lot of work. She's like full makeup, hair.
All the time.
So I'm sure she has to go in and have all that done before she takes the selfie.
Oh,
So
well, you wouldn't take a selfie in your natural hair.
yeah, I'm sure she doesn't go to Starbucks.
I don't know. I saw this selfie, and she's like in, matching panties and bras, kneeling
In her closet.
in her closet in front of a mirror.
I guess that beats the car selfie.
The car selfie does seem to be very popular. I'm
Yeah.
not really understanding why.
I don't get that either. Why do you want to take a picture of yourself sitting in the car?
But I find myself in that position all the time. I'm in the closet. I'm looking at the wall of mirrors, and I'm like, I think I'll just throw on some $300 matching underwear and, get down on my knees and pose.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't do that?
Yeah, let's make a post. Yeah,
I think I'll take, I don't know, 100 or so pictures and see which one sticks.
And you wonder, I don't know that she's not one that's taking the picture all the time, do you think? I mean, I guess this one she is. She's got her phone in hand. But,
You got to be in front of a mirror, I think, is how these selfies go.
well, there you go. I don't take enough selfies to know what you got to do.
Well, I don't have a wall of mirrors in my closet either.
But, no, and thank God I don't.
Yeah, I need a wall of Target mirrors in my closet.
Yeah, now that
I come out thinking I look good.
that would change things. That would change.
I look
things.
good in my house coat.
Doesn't everybody?
And then you walk past that bathroom mirror and you're like, oh.
Yeah. House coat's just not very flattering. I don't
It's
think
really
there's
not. I mean,
any-
it's soft and comfortable.
but there's no way you can actually tie it.
I know. I feel like it's tied
It's
right
not
under
very,
my boobs. And
not
it's
very
like,
slimming. I
yeah,
don't think.
not slimming. That's a good.
I wonder if Jessica has a house coat.
I wonder. She probably does.
Probably has feathers and stuff.
It probably does. A duster, if you will.
A duster, a feather duster.
Yeah, her cat probably has a house coat
Right,
too.
probably so.
You know why she's on a cruise and we're not? She
She
has a cat.
That's right.
Cat changes everything. I'm telling you what. But
Someday.
someday we'll have a cat.
Well, what else is in the news? I say the Supreme Court justice is getting ready to retire.
I know, Justice Kennedy.
So how often has that happened that the president gets to name 2 appointees in his term?
I don't know. Probably not very. I mean, those are like, I feel like he might get 3.
Why? Yeah,
Ginsburg's 85.
I don't know. I think they'll have to pull her out.
Yeah,
Kinda
but I
like
mean,
Maxine.
if he got reelected, that means she would have to hang in there for another 6 years. That'd put her at 92.
Yeah, and this
That's-
Supreme Kennedy is what, 81?
I'm not sure how old.
I think he's 81.
So, but pretty exciting to see who's gonna.
Yeah, I know. That's going to start another news war, I think.
Oh, I'm
about-
sure. Oh, it's already started because we didn't let them get one in before Obama when he was lame duck. We didn't let him get one in, and when
That was
Scalia
during an
died.
election year, right? That was during the middle of an election.
Yeah, but now of
election
course
year.
they're saying, well, midterms are coming up. We should wait.
It's not a presidential election, though. I think there's
Ah.
a difference.
Yeah,
You think
I
there's
do
a
too.
difference?
I mean, I see their point, but hey, we're in the majority, so
Yeah. Well, I
of
see
course
where
we're going to do it, and they would do it too.
it did happen with Bill Clinton.
Oh yeah.
So it's not been that long, but I don't
So
remember much about Bill Clinton except for Monica Lewinsky.
yeah,
Kind of dominates his
yeah,
term.
yeah. That and Hillary.
Was Hillary the president?
So he was called the president, but she was the acting president.
That's the
So
way
I don't know what
feel.
she's whining about. She got her shot.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that's the way most people feel. She was actually wearing the pants in the family.
Yeah.
Apparently,
She
because Bill
was.
always had his down.
Did you just make that up?
I did. I'm on a roll this morning. Had two mimosas. I did that without Jessica even.
We did it without Jessica. We did it in our morning Jive mugs, in our robes.
In our robes.
I don't know how work's gonna play out after this.
I know. I mean, maybe a sick day.
I think when Jessica's here, there's a little less champagne because we're sharing it among 3. That's what's happening.
Yeah, we took care of yours this morning, Jessica. No
We miss
worries.
you.
No worries.
Oh, and I guess I should say, and we've talked about this, and as we're obviously so good at the music and running the board, we've decided to live stream. We're going to take this show on live on Facebook, which I know nothing about. And it's going to be kind of our grand opening.
Yeah, that'll be next week. Hopefully,
Next
we'll
week?
be a whole new set of problems now that we just kind of maybe figured out
Yeah.
the music and the board. So that
We can officially play music, run the board, and take callers. So it's time for the next step. We're going to take it to the next level. We're going to live stream so you can watch us on Facebook. I'm not sure what the difference is between the live stream here and the live stream on Facebook.
well, you can just watch it on Facebook if you're Facebook Live.
Oh, okay. Instead of
Right.
going to the internet.
Instead of going to the internet, you just go on your Facebook app,
Okay.
pull up Morning Mimosas, and there will be. And I hear that Morning Job's also wanting to do the same thing.
Wow. All right. So does that mean then for all of those who, let's say, if we had done that on this show, for example, they could go back if they were confused about the sterility of urine, if they were confused about exactly what all you can do in a house coat, they could go back and rewatch.
They could.
And learn in this very informative show that we have every Thursday right here live in studio.
And they could do it at their leisure. They wouldn't have to be in their house coat at 8:30 in the morning.
Right.
They might actually be at work.
Yeah. Edward could sleep in. I know he sometimes has to wake up here, but he could sleep in and then come back and listen.
There you go.
I
All for
like
you,
it.
Edward. All
All
for you.
We're working it, buddy. Keep supporting us, and we'll keep figuring out new and improved ways to bring all this and very important information to the listeners.
Let's also mention that Morning Job has a poll on their website that they'd like you
Yes.
to participate in. And if you get a chance, go to your Facebook page and like Morning Job and Morning Mimosas. But participate in the poll that Morning Job has on their website right now. We have a caller.
All right. Let's see if we can answer the phone without messing anything up. Good morning, caller. You're live on the Morning Mimosas.
Hi, I appreciate y'all's show in the morning. Y'all sound good, and you talk about some good subjects there, and I like President Trump. I'm glad that we are so blessed to have Trump for being president, and that lady that they give her trouble at that restaurant right there. That's bad right there for them people that treat that lady, and she's been real nice about it too.
You're right. She has. She's been more than accommodating with everything they've been saying about her and her children, and she's done it with dignity and grace, I think, and we need more people like her.
She's probably a high class type of woman, and she's and plus that lady going across the street when they went to another restaurant. That right there.
That's harassment.
Yeah, exactly. That's not fair. Now if we had a Democrat in there, it would. Man, I'm just so thankful we got Trump.
Amen to that.
And she's been very nice about it.
She has.
And the old Trump right there now, he's putting some good people in office.
You need to surround yourself with good people. That's what makes a good
Trump,
business person.
Well, look at Trump. He's got business all over the world. He's a businessman. He don't do all that old nonsense stuff that's been going on up there all them hundreds of years. He's trying to actually try to do a good job for, and he's for American too. So that's what's good about it.
I think you're right. Well, thanks for calling, caller. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all have a good day.
You too. Thanks so much.
Bye-bye.
Well, all right, there goes our hour.
I know it.
I thought we were going to have a hard time filling in for, without Jessica being here, but we got through it.
We did, but we miss her.
But we'll be back here next week. She'll be with us.
All right. If you're going to cheat death.
And I don't remember the toast because she
You're going to
always...
steal a heart. If you're going to drink with the Morning Mimosas.
There you go. We'll get you a Morning Job mug
Yeah.
if you'd like to have one.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good day.
And now, men jumping on trampolines.
Sister Christian, oh, the time has come, and you know that you're the only one to say, okay. what you're looking for.